Alright guys, so part 2 of the oil change. Now that I got the extremely painful oil filter replaced, you have to screw it counterclockwise. It's a pain to take out, especially if it since the oil is full. The oil filter is full before you change it, so it's gonna leak. Obviously, you gotta wipe all that down because the DOT doesn't like the. They might think that something else is leaking, when in fact it's the old oil filter. So got the drain bolt. Got the drain bolt screwed back in, and that was the easiest part. Alright, so I guess so. Now all I have to do is just pour the oil in. I used to use T6 Rotella oil, but since now they rarely ever appear at Walmart, I switched over at when the truck hit 100,000 miles. Right now the truck has 155, but at 100,000 I switched over to Mobil full synthetic just because it's there all the time. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. Also, whoever's thinking of getting interstate batteries, don't do it. They charge you double, and they're a pile. They really are just the biggest pile ever. My factory batteries lasted me 110,000, and I switched over to these. And six months they were doing all right, perfect actually, and then 7-8 months it started showing like problems, and then right now it's almost 10 months, and when it was cold they died like 3 or 4 times on me. I had to jump the truck. Oh, they're just a pain in the attic. So yeah, 155,000 miles. What did I change? AC condenser, front brakes, windshield wipers, what else? Batteries. DEF went out. I had to get rid of that. And you know, just a finicky truck. It's a very finicky truck. Let me get rid of that stupid. Get the fuck out of here. That mosquito. So, but you know what? Like I always say, it's a American motor, Japanese. Oh, actually, it's an American heart and a Japanese transmission, Lunds, and a Mexican body. And they are assembled in Mexico. So this is the last one. So 12 quarts it usually takes, and maybe like 12 and a half. But when I just put it all in, usually shows low, but once I run it for like, you know, if I go to the store, run it for 5-10 minutes, it shows normal. So I usually add a little more. So that's the situation. Yeah, this past cycle, the last one was 12,000 miles on Mobil 1. This past cycle was 11,200 miles. So you guys can imagine, I run the truck pretty good. And it sees a lot of work. Obviously, it's a hot shot truck. So this is it, guys. It's the hardest thing about changing oil on the Ram is the oil filter. Everything else is easy peasy. Obviously, once you guys are done, check the oil. I usually do that once I drive it. So 6.7 Cummins. My father's old truck did 370,000 hauling a 40 footer and with the Class A. Now that was a few years back. Then they sold it to some Colombian or Mexican dude, and right now he has like 550,000 on it. He hauls bricks for his company. So that's the situation, guys. Thank you for viewing, and like always, have a wonderful afternoon, and stay safe out there amid this coronavirus.